Here are my 6 goals for 2020 as a freelance videographer living in Los Angeles. Okay, so before I tell you guys my first goal, the important things about these goals for me are, number 1, for them to be specific so I can measure if I accomplished it or not. Number 2 is for it to be, what is number 2? For it to be realistic. So I don't want to say that my goal is to make $1 million in sales this year when I made nothing close to that last year. And so specific, realistic, and then number 3, I want to have a game plan. So I don't want to just say these goals with no plan of achieving them. So that out of the way, let's get into goal number 1. Goal number 1 is to hit $75,000 in sales for my video business. And I hit about 68 last year, so it's definitely realistic. I had a great year last year, so it's going to be hard to accomplish, but I do have a game plan. And keep in mind, this sounds like a lot of money, but when you break it down for the cost of living in Los Angeles and the taxes you have to pay and the equipment, different expenses, I've taken a lot less than that. So I'm trying to make a lot more so I can actually bring in more money. So the game plan to make this happen is, number 1, do repeat business with my past client base. And I have a lot of really amazing clients that I do a lot of work for. So having these repeat business will kind of just give me a baseline to keep my business consistent and just bring in a nice baseline of money. Number 2 is I'm trying to keep growing this business. So I'm going to be asking my past clients and my network for referrals for new business. So if there's someone they know that might need an amazing video, I'm asking them if they might be willing to connect us. And that is how I'm continuing to grow my business. And people love to work with someone that they know and trust. So a referral from a past client to someone that they know means so much and is extremely helpful. And the last way is one of the hardest ways, but it is to reach out to blind contacts that you don't know and pitch them your video services. So I do a lot of work with luxury real estate agents, and they are an extremely lucrative source of revenue for my business, creating these different real estate videos for them. So I've been compiling a huge spreadsheet of different realtors that I want to reach out to and offer my video services. And my goal this year is to reach out to 3,000 different luxury real estate agents. And that being said, I know a lot of these people get pitched all the time, so there's a very low percentage of people that will end up working with me, but I'm trying to reach out individually to these different people and just try to close a small percentage of that. And if I can do that, then that will really increase my business. So that's kind of my game plan for hitting that $75,000 in revenue for 2020. Okay, let's go to goal number 2. So goal number 2 is to save $6,000 in my emergency savings account. And being a freelancer, things can get really stressful when you'll have a good month, but then might have like 3 slow months in a row, and then you'll deplete all your savings, and then it'll be a crazy cycle, ups and downs. So I'm just trying to start being a little bit more financially stable now that I've kind of reached a good point in my career. And the way I'm going to kind of accomplish this is to budget and save. So, I mean, sounds pretty obvious, but in the past, I just haven't done a great job of budgeting and knowing where my money's going. So I downloaded this new budget software. It's called YNAB. It stands for You Need a Budget. And I'm just gonna be tracking every dollar this year to just kind of make sure I know where my money's going so then I can act accordingly. And also, so that's budgeting. In saving, I'm just trying to spend a lot less on food, so I'm gonna do a lot more meal prepping. And I go through a cycle where I'll do pretty good with cooking for myself, but then I'll get busy and then start eating out and just spending way too much on groceries. So I'm gonna do a better job this year of meal prepping in advance, so when I get busy, I'll have something already ready, pre-made to eat. And then also, for saving, I'm gonna try to spend a lot less on equipment. So one of my problems too is I will find a cool new piece of gear that I will justify to myself that I need it because it will help my business. But at this point, I have almost anything I need to run my business successfully. And if I need something else, I can always rent it. So this year, I'm gonna try to spend very little money on gear. So yeah, so to build up that savings account, I will be budgeting and saving more. Cool. So goal number 3 this year is to shoot internationally twice. And I absolutely love to shoot and travel. I mean, that's some of my favorite kind of filmmaking, when I get to do different travel shoots and be on the road filming. So last year, to shoot internationally has been one of my big goals on my list. And last year I accomplished that. I got to shoot this really cool video for a tequila company in Guadalajara, Mexico. So this year I'm trying to do 2 more travel shoots, and the way I'm gonna try to accomplish that is to just keep improving my filmmaking skills and leverage my current contacts that I already have to try to make that happen. So 2 simple steps that are challenging and hard. Let's go into goal number 4. Okay, so goal number 4 this year is to shoot 3 different music festival recap videos. And I've done a lot of work with this amazing company in the past that does the media for these huge festivals. So I'm just trying to hone my skills and have them keep bringing me on for these projects. So last year I got to shoot Lightning in a Bottle and then do the aerial cinematography for Bottle Rock, and got to work with some amazing bands such as One Republic, Imagine Dragons, Neil Young. So it is so much fun to do these projects. So I'm just trying to get on a few more of them this year. So goal number 5 is to keep growing this YouTube channel. So right now I'm about 18.4 thousand subscribers, and my goal for 2020 is to grow that to 25,000 subscribers. And this is a great place where I can experiment with my filmmaking, try different things, and keep growing as a filmmaker because I'm not constrained by any client requirements. I can do literally anything I want within reason. So that's a great way. Also, I've had a decent amount of success here so far, so I'm trying to use this as a platform to keep growing my revenue a little bit through ads and affiliate marketing. So game plan for this year is to shoot 24 new videos for the YouTube channel on the topic of filmmaking, videography, and freelancing, and do a few experimental films. So that is the way I'm gonna grow it from 18.4 thousand to 25,000. Wish me luck. And my last goal for 2020 is to finally learn to surf. I mean, we have the ocean right here. So not business related at all, but I'm gonna make it happen this year. And all I need to do, game plan for that, is literally just go and book a surf class or ask one of my friends who knows how to surf. Anyways, that's being said, these are my goals for 2020. Wishing everyone best of luck on their goals, and let's have a great 2020 together.